All right. So we actually rolled up Fog of War for this mission, and I decided the whole point of this is to kind of test out the effectiveness of different units. And Fog of War throws that all off because everybody starts as shrouded. So you're not going to get a good glimpse of anything. Although I'm playing Enlightened, so some of my stuff's going to start with shrouded anyway. I'm trying to do a little bit more of a portable camera this time, so let me just pull this off. There we go. Wrap that up there. Okay, so here is the list. This is Covenant. This is a data list, put my money where my mouth is. I think it's a very good flagship just for the Fortunes of War. These are going to be Ulysses. Hopefully we remember that. They've got pulse emitters. These are Copernicus. And they just have particle beamers. Those are Plinius. Then we have 2 of the fighting Mass 1 saucers and 4 of the aircraft carrier Mass 1 saucers. Okay, and what do we have over here, Jen?
We have the Oni trying out.
How about you put them back where I'm pointing?
Oh, sorry. We have the Oni, and this is 2 units of Osakas with 2 cheetahs each. That's the maximum they can have. There is the Ning Jing, who is, I'm a fan of how cheap, but still it doesn't feel like you're gimping yourself taking it.
Really He's got like the airgun front half because we don't have the magnets to do the other half of him yet.
So he's really the Ning Jing here. And then these are Shanghai as themselves, and these are Meru as themselves.
Okay, and one of the things you're trying out are corrosive mortars.
Yes, I'm trying out corrosive mortars. I've put them on.
All right, so
a few.
Jen won the flip. So it is going to start with aerial units, which I do have. And then we will move on to surface units. So Jen will put the first surface unit down. Let me just get my forces. Well, these will come on at some point. So the other Enlightened list that I'm kind of hot to try out is Wales. I'm not sure that it's the most competitive thing in the world, but it's something that I'm excited about. You have better access to talons in Union, but okay, 48 inches is just all the way over. All right. These are flyers. There's no point pussyfooting around with them because they're going to be okay. 4-inch coherency is what we have for this army. Do you have any flyers? No, of course
I do
not. All right.
My poor Tianlongs. I love those things, but they are really bad. I can't figure out how to use them and make them good.
Okay, you're up for the first surface unit.
All right. The Oni is in. No, he's not going to be in strategic reserves. We already talked about the interphase. All right.
Yeah, I guess you start him out with interphase, and then you can put him into reserve at the end of the turn.
Yeah, which seems like a really neat thing to do. I'm going to start with my little Shanghai. I love these little things. I love my mass ones. I'm a big fan of mass
What made you take the Shanghai instead of the Gong?
Cheaper.
Okay.
I couldn't even do 2 Gong.
Okay.
Really.
All right, that's what they're going?
Yeah.
All right, this is the Daedalus. And is he a wave lurker? He's not, so he's not going to wave lurk. Alrighty. I think he's got one escort, actually. Let me double check my list. Okay. Yeah, he's got one. Let me go in the other room. That's where my escort tokens are. So here's a Union escort. It is tiny, tiny, tiny. That's the escort against a Farragut frigate.
Right, there's the first unit of Osakas and their little cheetahs along
Right.
for the run.
Okay. I shouldn't take too much time trying to deploy because it doesn't matter anyway. All of this stuff's going to change. From Shadow Hunters potentially if it wants to change. So it's not like there's a real advantage to me screwing around too much with deployment. I just have to be confident in what I put down. They're wave lurking.
Okay. There's obscured tokens somewhere, yeah.
That's what I'm going to use for wave lurking. So this is going to cut their DPS, but they're going to start the game shrouded.
I mean, they're going to hit their friends no matter what when there's only two of them. Any blasts happen, your turn. I'm just going to put their cheetahs down. They've got two.
Okay. Okay, these are Plinius, and they're also going to start wave lurking. You're up, Ken.
Put the Oni here. Yeah.
These are my heavy cruisers. Alright, you're up.
These are my Mirus, which are my Chinese heavy cruiser.
Alright, I'm deployed, so just finish up.
Okay. And the last thing is my Ning Jing. Okay.
All right. Are you gonna change anything up with Shadow Hunters?
I think I'm going to redeploy Oni.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Now it's we can draw cards. So hold on a second. So I actually have a shot at trying to win the initiative from you, but I forget how that works because I finished deploying first. In all of our games, this has never come up. Player B was the first to finish deploying. They can choose to draw a new Victory and Valor card and compare the number in the top left corner to player A's retained card. Okay, what was your retained card?
What do you mean? This is the one that I
36?
used? Yeah.
3. No, I still failed. All right. So you have first activation unless you're going to hold your nerve, in which case you get an extra card. Do you have anything with Vanguard?
No.
Okay, I've got a Vanguard move.
Japanese frontline and Chinese frontline. I think one of those gives me the stupid cloud. Japanese frontline cloud strike. Chinese frontline command override.
So you're going to have Cloud Strike.
Yeah.
Just try to give yourself some reminders so you don't forget.
I'm gonna do what I did last time because that worked. Oops.
What's the Citadel of the Meru?
The Meru?
Yeah.
I want to say it's like 10, but let me look. 12. It's 12.
Okay.
The Shanghais are 10. Here, we're going to have our little squadrons hanging out there as a reminder.
All right. Well, your first step.
I will... activate my Shanghai first.
All right.
Okay. And then they have a speed of 10, from what I remember. Speed 9. It's the gongs that are 10. And the wave lurkers count as submerged.
Yeah, they're subs.
5, 6, 7, 8. Get back on there. Whatever. I'll fix it later while you're doing your turn. 9. 8. 9. 1.
So one of the reasons we're trying this out is I've noticed that you actually have to throw a lot of dice for alchemical to trigger, but hazard you just need to deal 1 damage to get a a disorder on a ship. So I was thinking, finish your turn up before you screw around with that.
Okay.
I was thinking,
They are going to.
it might be easier to just set up hazards, and then you get the big alchemical hits later to follow up. And then if the alchemical triggers, that's a crit, and if the crit triggers, then Mark of Yama can go off.
4 and 3. These guys are going to all combine. So it's going to be 3s and 1 4. So 9 plus 4 is 13.
All right, who are they firing at?
I think the only one they can really see is your big...
The Daedalus?
Yeah, or those flyers, which I'm used to them being escorts. I'm going to have to remind myself they're not escorts. Where did the... I had, at one point in time, a
tape measure? I've got it right here. Just find the other tape measure. All right, so these guys are at long range.
Okay. I think the other tape measure is usually in the box of stuff.
Well, don't sweat it. Let's just continue on for now.
Yeah. All right. So, but they're aerial units, so they count as farther. The flyers, a little saucers.
They're still long range.
Yeah.
They don't count as farther away than long.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm gonna. I'm gonna shoot at the flyer ones.
You're gonna take a combined shot against the flyers?
Yeah. What are the flyers? Like what mass are they?
Mass 1.
Oh, they're mass 1. No, I think we're just gonna shoot at the big one because I get +1 for each ship in each model. So we're at 13.
So that's 17 total.
Yeah. Those are not the right dice. Six, 8, 10, 6, 7, 17. All right. These are just
Try
corrosive.
rolling it closer to the old camera, so there's a
These
chance
are corrosive
of
mortars.
I doubt anybody be able to make that out.
Yeah. All right. Hazardous and sea or bat.
You can pay out. You can as a valor effect make them alchemical.
I wasn't going to bother with that right now. So I think I have to do that before I roll it anyway.
So 2 explodes.
1 more hit.
How much damage is that? You definitely did damage to it, I think. Oh.
2. Hazardous is like...
Go ahead and re-roll it. That's a bad roll for you anyway. You want to re-roll it.
Why am I re-rolling it?
Because you get -4 dice to your dice pool.
Oh, he's got like a special shield generator. Okay.
And that was like world's shittiest roll anyway. So you even got a better roll already.
Got better crits. 4 crits. I didn't even see that one. Hazardous is just...
If you deal a damage, it gets a
marker on it. Okay, so
you
that
got another
is...
freaking exploding dice, retard.
I did. I just rolled the 4, and I got 2 nothings, and oh yeah, another explode.
You might be too tired to scam right now. All right, 10, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be 2 damage. So 2 damage, a crit roll, and a hazard because of your hazardous. Shredded defense. Hold on, I got my luminiferous defense. Hold on. It's not too late for me to roll that. It was 17 damage total,
Yeah.
right?
And this, it's still, is it not aerial? Corrosive mortar. It's not aerial.
Nothing.
Yeah, so you don't get your air defense. Wow, I
It's
didn't realize
luminiferous
that.
defense. I get everything.
Yeah.
All right, I still get a defense roll, but I didn't get shit. So 2 damage, shredded defense, and the hazard. That's it. Okay.
And they're done. And I'll try to reinstate the corrosive mortar on the one that lost it.
Okay. Alrighty. How are we going to do this, Focals? We will do some measuring. Is what we're going to do. All right. We got the Plinius. We're going to put 8. Actually, hang on. We need to do some more measuring. Sorry. Okay. All right. Does interface make you shrouded or no?
No, it's not like a shroud generator.
All right.
It makes you.
Yeah, it just gives you
I
that
don't block line of
defensive
sight.
bonus.
And you have to beat my citadel as if it were my armor to deal damage.
Alrighty. Plinius does have seeker rocket batteries. I think they're long range. Yeah. Aerial homing. These are supposed to be going straight on. I just screwed up putting them down because I'm not used to the shape of the ship. Alright.
Also very important, do not let me forget, corrosive mortar is completely useless against submerged units.
Oh, I know. Trust me there. Actually, these guys have to stagger so they don't get in each other's shot. Okay. Alright, these guys are all going to shoot their seeker rockets individually at the Shanghai. So that's going to be 6 shots of 6 dice. These are homing, so I reroll blanks, but they are also heavy hits only count as a single hit because I'm wave marking. All right.
That's a really good roll, though.
Give me some more dice, thank you. And it's too late to reroll?
Yeah.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's a damage.
Yeah. Their armor is 5, so
Yeah.
he
So that's a
says
damage.
ouch.
Reroll our blanks. One explode, nothing. Alright. So 4 more. Reroll the blank.
There was an oh never mind.
4, that's not enough. 3 more. 2 more. And this is the last one. Alright, reroll the blank. Not today. Another 4. Alright.
That is some of the worst rolling I think I've seen. That one that was all blue and one blank.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Alright. It is your turn.
Alright. I will activate my Oni. I keep wanting to call it a Congo though. And he's going to, in a special ops step, activate his interface generator. We are see-through, and we can move through things now. And now you have to beat our Citadel, which I think they already have to do anyway. But
They don't have to beat the Citadel.
no, they're not Talons. Oh no, they just have to beat what I roll.
If those are Talons, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. That's an 8 stack of Talon? What would that be, 40 fucking dice?
Yeah.
I'd sure be wasting a lot of point putting that
Yeah.
many Talons on something.
He'd be, they'd just be jumping ship right now is what they'd be doing.
No, they wouldn't. They'd take 4 fucking damage.
Oh yeah, that's all they do. I keep forgetting that. All right, mass 3. So we're gonna drift our 3. And then speed 6. And we're gonna start off with a bit of a turn. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's just gonna set himself right there. He's very happy right there. And oh, he does have a shroud. He has an interphase and a shroud.
Okay.
He's going to shoot his heavy gun batteries together at the first obscured carrier. And then he's going to shoot his heavy torpedo salvo at that unit, at that guy as well.
Well, at long range.
Heavy gun battery. It's going to be 6 and 3 for a total of 9, but it does have focused gunnery.
So 11
plus
and reroll
2
blank.
and reroll blanks. Heavy firepower. I'm not going to mess with that yet. Six, 8, 10, 11.
Surprised you're going with that guy and not the Meru.
Yeah.
Remember to reroll your blanks.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the whole point was to set things up with the with the corrosive mortars and the rockets, so those gun batteries did a little more. But you couldn't have gotten to closing anyway. So
yeah, we're too far. I was thinking maybe I should try using a stronger.
Anything else you got to roll?
That is it. Then that is going to be 2, 4, 6. I don't think that's going
really.
To be... Yeah, these all failed. I already rolled. No, that was the blank.
Reroll that.
But still.
All right, 5 or 6. That should be enough. Yeah, that's 1 damage. What do I do with my damage markers? Now the next thing you got in line.
A heavy torpedo salvo. $11. Exactly the same as the dice pool I just rolled. Oh, I should roll that over here.
Oh, you know what? You wouldn't have gotten to roll that explode because they're obscured.
Oh, yeah.
Not against the torpedoes. You get to roll it for the torpedoes.
So, but I didn't have anything to torpedoes don't re-roll.
All right.
So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
12.
15.
All right. So 2 damage and a crit. I'll wait to pull a token out.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, you are too tired. Shredded defense.
Shredded defense.
All right. And is that it for him?
That is it for him.
Okay. So my little planes are going to go 2, 4, 6, 8. Alrighty. How much do we have here? 8. All right. I guess we'll just we'll do a big test for this guy, I think. All right. Go ahead and go, Jen. These guys are just going to drift, and that's it.
Meru.
All right. So remember, the order matters. So you want to do their corrosive mortar first.
Mm-hmm. That was their drift. My Meru have 7 speed. Six, 7. Oh, this guy can't see anything that he can actually shoot at.
Why not?
Well, Ariel can't hit.
Correct. I can't hit them, but he can see all this shit.
Oh yeah, he can see that stuff. I was just looking at side arcs. His back gun isn't hitting anything.
Should
I don't think
use
any of them.
the arc and see where he's actually at.
Yeah. Pretty sure the backs aren't.
Yeah, his rears can't hit that.
Yeah, the rears are completely out, but the front should be able to hit everything there. That stuff, but not those guys.
You want the side.
Yeah. But the side doesn't, I mean, these are front and any side doesn't matter. These things I think are only
you're
front.
driving me crazy. You want to shoot out of your port or starboard on them.
Yeah.
So why are you asking? Why are you worried about what their front arc can see?
Okay, so side we can see those guys.
Same thing with him.
This guy we can see those things, but we can't shoot at them.
No, not with the missiles. So that guy's probably going to have to shoot with his front arc.
Yeah. Which he can shoot those flyers and he can shoot that guy and not be obscured. These guys can shoot whoever, so he's probably going to go by himself. These guys are going to go together.
Well, you can do the rear guns separately and put them all on something over here with their front weapons.
Yeah. How much health does your big ship have?
11 total, 6 battle ready.
Okay. We're going to do all of our corrosive mortar together into him again.
I think you're being a dumbass. The whole point of the corrosive mortar is to
spread
out hazards.
But those are all level, like, mass ones.
Well, can you see anything else?
Well, those guys are all the way over there.
Yeah, they're submerged.
And hidden by that, as well as submerged. Those things in the back are escorts, right? They're on the side of your...
No, they're also flyers.
Oh, those are the droppers, right? The SRS ones?
No, the SRS ones already went. They're in the front.
Okay. How much armor do they have? The SRS flyers?
Those are the Pythias. They're armor 5, Citadel 11, 4 hull, and the guys behind are the same thing, except they also have a shield generator.
So that means I want to at least stack the corrosive mortar.
Forgetting my defenses on them. We gotta stop that.
I'm gonna have to do more than just one, so I think, and one by itself as a 4 isn't gonna work. I'm thinking about the corrosive mortar right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't like corrosive mortars. Like, they have an interesting capability, but you need to support it with another mortar to have a chance at doing any damage.
All right, I'm gonna corrosive mortar that one with all 3 of these guys, and then we're gonna alchemical rockets. The heavy alchemical rockets are gonna come in 8. I think we're gonna try each separately to hit your big guy.
All right, that's a very bad idea because I've got shields.
Oh, I forgot about his shields. But the little flyers.
These guys do not. The guys in the back do.
All right, well, we're still going to corrosive mortar the same guy.
All right.
And then he's going to alchemical rockets that same flyer that just got corrosive mortared, and these guys are going to try and alchemical rocket that. Does that have a shield?
All my stuff technically has shields, yeah, of some form or another. But I think he only removes one die. Yeah, he doesn't have a proper shield generator.
It doesn't matter. He can't see him at all. He can only see. So he's going to shoot these, and these guys are going to alchemical rocket, heavy alchemical rocket that guy.
All right.
So we'll do the corrosive mortar.
So
first.
how are you dividing them? You always got to explain
these
that.
are all doing their corrosive mortar together.
All right.
On that
so
flyer.
All the mortars together on him.
Yes.
And then the rockets.
These two are doing their heavy alchemical rockets together on that guy.
This guy. All right.
And then this guy is doing his one heavy alchemical rocket by himself on the flyer that got mortared.
All right. All right. All right. All right. So the mortars first.
Yeah, that's all they've got that can do anything. 4 and 3, so 6 plus 4 is 10.
Then subtract one die from that, so it's 9. One more. And then this is an aerial. No, corrosive mortar. It's luminiferous defense.
Isn't.
So I'm going to have 4 against that. All right, so I do have
crit,
2.
which turned into nothing.
So we'll take away that. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I believe that's still only 1 damage on him. Yes, it is. And a hazard. All right, next up.
Next, we're going to do our 2 alchemical rockets at the guy that's just sitting there by himself.
Copernicus.
So it's going to be 8 plus 4.
Minus 1. You subtract the 1?
Oh, yeah, I just took it out.
All right.
Two
just take that out.
Crits.
One more.
Crit.
All right, so that is 6, 7, 8, 9. 1 more damage.
We're hitting.
That's alchemical.
This is alchemical.
So the alchemical tripped, so he's going to have a hazard as well.
That wasn't this guy, it was this guy.
Okay, yeah.
All right, and then the 1 alchemical rocket, which is 8 minus 1 is going to be 7. 6. 7. Coming at the corrosive did guy. 2 crits, which became nothing.
No damage.
But I beat his mass with the explodes, so he is going to get
a hazard and a crit damage.
Here's the crit roll. It is the Sturginium flare.
Generator down.
Oh, that's
what makes you think that's Sturginium flare?
Yeah, you're right. Because it has a little lightning bolt, which looks like speed to me.
So he's down. He's up to 2 damage. I'm going to put him up to 3 damage. I don't want the chaos and disarray on him. Rather he just die and see if he can get repaired. All right.
That is the Miru have gone.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna get silly here. We are going to encabulate our saucers here. So on a blank, they just die. Okay, a hit. That's a 30-inch move, and I can pick their facing. Go ahead and put a die right around there. We're going to be playing a little fast and loose with this, if it's all right with you, because it's not super important where they actually end up. What matters is that they're roughly here-ish. All right. Okay. All right. Now, we got a particle beamer and pulse broadsides. Where's the... Oh, I've got the tape measure. Why don't you try and find that other one, Ginny? That other hidden tape measure that you promised me still exists somewhere in the world. I bet it's on my desk.
Yeah, I bet you're right. I won't look.
There's no way I could get them in range of that, but we'll broadside something. Broadside. We'll target this Shanghai so that the ships can maybe, the planes can maybe jump to the mirror.
There's not. Oh my gosh, this is
So, all right, guys. Pulse broadside. 4-3. So we're gonna combine it. You know what? No, we're gonna risk the 4 fusillade, and we're just gonna double tap that thing. And my particle beamers or whatever the heck they were, I'll double check them.
Those poor little Shanghais.
All right, fusillade. I reroll shields. Uh-oh. So that one's not going to do any damage. Maybe.
Maybe. You got a crit.
Nope, not enough. All right, then this is the other one. I was expecting them to die. So that's, well, we'll keep rolling just in case. So not enough to Citadel it. So it's still 1 damage. All right, and then...
To this Shanghai or a different one?
The one that's closest to the mirror.
Okay.
Hang on just a second, because I've got more for him.
Oh, my mirror.
Particle beamer.
You handle this. I'm going to go check on her.
So we're going to do 2 pulls of 7 for this. And I'm pretty sure this is sustained. Sorry, guys. This is brand new for me. Sustained. I'm going to reroll heavy counters. You don't see this, but I've got 3 of them. Alright, that's still 5 damage exactly, so he's dead. And then 7 on to the othermost rearward one. We're going to reroll this counter. 3 crit. 1 more. I'm pretty sure we Citadel'd him. 3,
He's 10. All you gotta do is beat 10.
10, yep. So that's the end of him as well. All right. I am realizing the error of my ways. I probably should have waited to activate these guys until more of this stuff went. But we'll see how it turns out. All right. Yep.
Yep. I'm going to go with my Ning Jing.
All right.
All right. Is mass 3, of course. Speed 6. I don't care. Surge on forward and see what we can reach. Cannot see them at all. No, I can see a little bit. I should be able to see a little bit. Let me just make sure.
I think he's going to be obscured. You can't
Yeah,
see
he
his
is
center, but you can see him. He's
Yeah.
obscured anyway
Yeah.
because he's underwater.
Scared anyway. Oh yeah, so his alchemical rockets ain't gonna do anything, and his
Yeah.
flamethrower certainly isn't gonna do anything. What is my range to that flyer?
This one here?
Yeah, the closest one to me.
All right. 33, so he's out of range.
All right, well, I'm shooting these guys then.
All right.
We're going to...
So I think they're going to be long range, which is not helpful to them. Yeah, they're one range
17.
farther. They're closing, so they're long.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for our chemical rockets, so that's going to be 8. You know, I'm probably just going to have to combine them because these are... You're taking 1 dice away, and then they've got shield. So how many dice am I removing for attacking?
Just 2 total. 2 total. It would have been 3 if they were still next to this ship.
Okay.
But I need... They're a radar relay, and I need their damn radar over there. So I realized that they've got turbo encabulators for 2 points. So I decided to actually encabulate them. And even if you destroy them, I still recognize that this is an extraordinarily powerful move.
Yeah.
Those things kick ass. I love the Mass 1 saucers. I don't give a shit about the Mass 2 saucers.
All right. Well, we can shoot you with our broadside. And well, no, we
can
can't,
you really?
Because you're long range. Never mind. So we cannot. But we can shoot you with our alchemical rockets, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to combine them, because otherwise it's just 8 by itself, which would be 6, and I don't think that could even beat your armor is 6, or is it? What is your armor?
Should be 5. Yeah, 511. Typical Mass 1.
I might just try for the crits. That would be no. I'd be rolling 6 dice.
You need 2 explodes to get a alchemical.
I think that's too risky. I'm just going to combine them.
All right.
So it's going to be 8. And I think it's like I don't exactly remember, but 4. Yeah, 8 and 4.
12, and then subtract 2, so it'll be 10.
10. We have a chemical conflag, so we gain the devastating.
Yeah. Ooh, damn, look at that. 4.
Well, we got our alchemical.
Roll your thing, so there will be a hazard. So let me just take those off. So that's 6, 7. Well, it's still enough for a damage and a hazard.
Navigation lock. I don't know
You
if
don't
that
get
matters.
no fucking crit.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's a hazard.
It's if I already had the hazard. I've got it right here.
Okay.
Right.
I'm too excited. I just want to start rolling crits.
I know. Well, that was what you brought the... See, you're getting a little too out of control.
I am. I just want to roll crits everywhere.
All right, so it might be better to get some more planes out, but we're going to go for the throat now.
Oh, hello, Leah.
And see how it goes. So these boys are going. So I don't know if I told you this, Jen, but I'm going to start playing a lot of games as Enlightened. They seem to play the way I want Union to play, which is what's frustrating me.
Aww.
I don't know what you're awing about. It just means that
I
I'm.
just feel sad about it.
Well, it just means I'm seriously considering starting an enlightened army. But they have certain disadvantages that I just have to see how they actually work out in game to know how I feel about them. All right, 7. Well, we don't even need to go 7, do we? We need to go a little bit, for sure. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I see. We need to turn a little bit if we want to see that. 5, 6, 7. Where's the laser at? I found my other one. I thought I brought it out somewhere. Shazam. Okay. And a quick check to make sure I know how radar relay works. Yes. You don't get obscured if you're within 7 inches of my radar. Okay.
He's not obscured, really. Oh, from that. Never mind.
First, he's got a shroud generator,
shroud.
so he's obscured from that. And he's obscured because I can't see his center point. All right. So this guy, has this guy drifted already?
No, you haven't moved that second one.
Yeah, I should have drifted him, but 1, 2. It's my turn limit. 4. I've had 1 turn so far. 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Okay. All right. This guy, I think, needs to actually have turned less. No, he was fine. All right. So he's going to have his front particle beam go to him, and then the other guy is going to have his particle beams probably go on the same guy. How are we going to combine them? What's our range? Let's take a look. Closest. 16. Oops. So we're at closing. Particle beamer. We'll just combine them all, and then the heavy particle cannon is going to go singly after the particle beamers, and this guy's heavy particle cannon is going to go on the Oni.
Okay.
You ready for this shit? You're going to feel so stupid when you see this. You ready to fucking see this shit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's 5 dice. I'm going to play a Valor effect. How many SRS are there, Jenny? Count them up. Count them up.
What is the Valor effect? I know I can't cancel it, but I'm curious because you're so excited.
Count them up. We'll see.
2. This is stupid. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
All right. So that's an additional 24 dice. Go ahead and spend them.
Okay. You just ate them up for the dice.
Yeah. All right. Okay, heavy particle cannon. And it's also blast. It's not going to matter. It's piercing. So you're almost certainly... There's no way that the blast is close enough.
I just had to double check. Piercing means they...
As long as I deal a damage, you take a crit.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is enough dice to take 2 crits.
Probably.
It's sustained, right? Sorry, I keep fucking... I've so new to this.
You're playing a new army.
It is not sustained. Most of the particle stuff is sustained. This is not. Okay.
It's too late for me to do a card. I don't think I have anything that would help me anyway.
All right. This motherfucker devastating? Was that what I was reading? Yes, devastating. Oh. Piercing blast, devastating.
Oh, wow.
And one more. Okay, so... What's your armor? 8?
12. 17. It is 17, but
your
once you beat it...
I'm going to beat it.
Okay.
What's your armor?
It's 8, yes.
All right. So, 6, 7, 8... 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6, 8. All right, so that is not 8. Here's what we got going. We're going to have 2 crit rolls, 1 for piercing, 1 for beating your citadel. We're going to have a catastrophic explosion.
Before you roll that, I need to make sure, because you just took...
Your generator's offline.
Yes. Yeah. Equal to or greater than the citadel value, which it was. It receives an offline critical damage marker. Okay, so I get the whole marker. I don't just get the effect. So I think that happens first. So you have a chance to
so you've gotten a real generator offline?
Yes.
That means you get a hazard also.
I think, that's why I haven't wanted to use the interface generator myself, because it seems like it could really be bad.
Well, because it's increased your chance at a second catastrophic explosion. Yeah.
Immediately is not interphased and suffers damage is normal.
Okay, so that is going to be 2 more. That is going to be another critical explosion. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've taken 8 damage so far.
Okay.
And you have to decide how you're going to take your next 2 disorder. Are you going to take chaos and disarray and a damage, or 2 damage?
Okay, I'll just take... he's going to be crippled anyway, so I'll just take the damage.
All right. So do you have any operations you want to do with him? That's why you don't want
anymore.
Chaos. All right.
I like, the only thing he can do is his interphase, which I don't like.
All right.
Actually.
So do you want this, or you want just the 2 damage?
Just the 2 damage. So he's going to be 1 into
so
crippled.
10 total.
He's 1 into crippled.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Do you know how bad I wanted that effect?
No.
Because it front loads your SRS.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait till the end of the turn. I mean, it's practically the end of the turn now after all that setup. But I don't have to wait. And you don't get any fucking rolls against that.
I don't get to try and...
It's less dice. It's 2 dice per SRS. Oh, and you don't get to auto-cancel that shit either. You have to have Fortunes of War to cancel it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, so then the 3...
I don't think Oni is what you want. I don't think having him out with interface generator on is a good idea. I think it's better. Maybe he's designed that way. I don't like the play that way.
I don't know. I think he would have been fine. That was an extraordinarily gigantic hit.
Was but I prefer with unexpected arrival that on turn 2 I just bring him in where I've softened things up. Which I could have done still, I suppose. With
no, you would have still done it. You would have pulled him off at the end of the turn.
No, he's not. hit him anymore.
Okay, this is against one of the Merus. This is sustained. That's obviously what I'm going to be re-rolling. Ouch. Alright, one crit, one exploding. So that is 7. 7. So that's 2 damage and a crit roll. Generator down, so that's 2. That puts him up to emergency, which is the red one.
I thought he took damage from that.
No.
Oh, it's the surge forward he takes damage from.
Yeah. Alright, and now the heavy...
Right. Well, now I'm going to remove his critical damage, playing this Valor effect.
Alright. I don't know why.
Well, because
you are free to do so.
Because it's a 7. It just needed to get used. And I don't think its victory is anything I can do. Yeah. It's not happening.
Okay, so we've got 2 explodes. So that is going to be 3, 6, 6. So, ooh, another 2 damage and a crit. Let's see if we get generator offline. That means you were definitely lucky to have taken it off. Navlock. Crippled. Fuck me, man. Oh, I love it so much. I know you're not living it.
I'm not loving it. I think it's really cool. It's a whole new thing to play around and plan around. Like, I've never seen these things on the table. I think it's a great arm. I like it. I like it.
Well, because what I've realized, there are so many fucked up Covenant ships. They're just badly designed. They're just paper thin. They have weird fucking gimmicks. They just don't work correctly. But they actually have a few hidden, boring ass, solid as nails ships. Okay, so these boys right here are actually very solid cruisers, and you don't pay that much for them. And their defenses are not bad. They've just got -1 Citadel compared to a normal cruiser. Which means technically, in some ways, they're probably a little tougher than a normal cruiser because they've got all that enlightened science behind them. Oh shit, and you know what? Speaking of enlightened science, let me try to repair that guy. If I get an exploding, he heals that damage.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Boom, heals the damage and heals the hazard. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know, guys. So the other thing that I like, I like the Talon jets. They're very hard to get in Enlightened, but they have a lot more utility in Enlightened. And they can target more things. Pacifiers appear to only be able to target surface units. Whales can target surface and submerged.
One, 2. I did it. 3. How fast are these things? Okay, we have turn 5. We can still do that. And speed 7.
I'd have gone after this fucking Plinius, personally. He's got a crit marker. Well, you couldn't have gotten range for your marker Yama, though.
4, 5. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. 6, and we are not going to go any farther. I think we'd hit our friend if we did. Fuck.
Put your Oni back, weirdo.
Yeah.
You probably should have made sure you knew how to tell where he was.
He was between these, just like that.
Alright.
The markers were surrounding
Yeah.
him. I do want to try to get that 7 so we can. We're going to try.
You don't need to
7.
do that to shoot the guys in front.
But he was mostly hidden behind that guy.
Doesn't matter because you're shooting at a flying unit.
Oh.
And then you could still get around your front arc too. Alright. What are you looking for?
Too close, but we're within 4 inches, so I think we could assault if we wanted to.
I'm not sure that you can assault air. I think you have to have the same position.
Oh
trait.
yeah, I think you're right. Because air have to be able to come down to attack, to assault, or ram.
Yeah, I need a special rule.
Okay, so we are going to shoot our heavy gun batteries. We are point blank, which means we are closing range. We're shooting the one that has the damage. And
yeah, have matching position traits, except submerged units can assault surface units, skimming units can assault surface units, and ground units. Aerial units can assault all units except submerged. So I can assault you, you can't assault me.
I guess because they can like jump down.
They can fly down, yeah. Makes sense.
All right, heavy, how did I lose it? I know this torpedoes ain't gonna work, and I'm pretty sure broadside isn't gonna work either.
I mean, you're at point blank, that's closing, right?
Yeah, but no, he is in the side arc of one of them, I think. Give me the proper, the good one. Yes, he is in the side arc of this one. So this one can
that
shoot
guy
his...
takes 2 damage also. He got hit by the blast.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me it was a blast at the time.
Yeah, no, sorry, I forgot. It might have been fair to not give me that, but I'm going to take it because I'm greedy.
All right, so we're going to do our broadside first. It's just a regular broadside. One regular broadside isn't that exciting at closing because it would have normally been point blank. So 3 dice. Almost not worth. Oh, that was worth rolling. I got 1 crit and 2 heavies.
All right, so it's 1 damage. So he's up to 2. Just use one of your dice for him.
Okay.
Just put it to 2. And give me that 1 away.
All right, now we're going to use our heavy gun batteries. They both have 2. How, what's his armor again?
If you get an 11, he dies. And remember, you don't roll for the future. No, it's just for gunnery. You're not going to roll your explodes because they're mass 1.
Okay. 9 plus 2 is 11. They would be rolling 11 dice if they only did their own shot. But they get alchemical quality, so that's what we're going to do because we're close enough.
No, I don't have a crit marker. And I'm not crippled.
You're not crippled. I get so confused with that chaos and disarray. And these squids can't help at all because you're never going to be in closing either.
Never going to be in point blank. That is correct.
Okay, all right. We're just going to combine everything.
You only need fucking 11 hits, crazy.
All right, well...
You're closing. That's best for those things. Just do 2 and 2. You do get minus 2 dice, but...
That's going to be 11 total.
All
9 right. Plus... Just make sure I was looking at the right thing. Yeah, 9 and 4. So that is
11. You're right.
11. It's not very much. I thought for some reason like their helper was a little bit better than that for the guns, but it's not.
All right, and I've got 4 air defense.
8, 10, and 1 more. I'm going to use focused gunnery on this one. A single attack receives +2 action dice. I can reroll blanks.
Why not use it on the second one?
Because if I can get an a crit or something on you with this one, then the second one gets alchemical.
If you just get 11 hits, it just dies instantly. I would use focused gunnery on the second one to just try and insta-kill him.
I don't think I'm going to get 11 hits, but I'll try it. We'll see what happens.
You may not if you're just rolling 11 dice, but let's see what happens. You need 10 to kill him with that. I got nothing on my end. That was a bad roll. So that's 6, 7, 8. So that's one more.
Is he 4 hull?
Yeah.
All right, the second one, might as well use focused gunnery on this guy, because he's the last one to go.
I thought you were hitting the second guy.
No, they were going to keep shooting this guy till he was gone.
My bad then. Well, do you want to just roll your focused gunnery against him? Because you're right, yeah. I did fuck you over. Sorry, I thought you were doing one on one and one on the other.
No, I wasn't. Yeah, okay.
Do you want to just re-roll it?
I'll re-roll it.
Go ahead and re-roll it. All right.
I'll re-roll it over here too, so the camera can see it. That one has to be re-rolled. It's in the.
All right, re-roll your blanks. All right.
Those are gone.
One of those.
I don't remember.
I think that was an explode. But that's enough to kill him right there. We don't even need to bother.
Okay.
You can roll your crit though to see if he gets a magazine explosion.
That's not a crit. No.
No. All right. So now the other guy just gets his 11 pool.
Yeah. 6, 8, 10, 11.
Nothing. You roll your blanks. Oh no,
he doesn't
never
have
mind.
focus gunnery.
So it's going to be 1 crit. You don't roll them anyway. A max 1. Yeah. So 7. So it's going to be 1 damage on him.
But I did. He's not alchemical.
You don't have alchemical.
I'm so used to using alchemical. All right. That is these guys. I could fray him, but I only have 8 plus.
You
2
can't.
From these.
You can't. He's flying.
I keep forgetting that. I cannot. Your turn.
All right.
He even is a flying model too, and I just keep.
Okay, these guys are launching their planes on him. Yes. And they're going to move. First, they're going to drift. Okay. One. 8. All right, hit the dangerous water, nothing. Okay. So we're going to go, let me see the arcs. Okay. Yeah, that's on him. That's on him. So we're going to go 4 particle beamers on that Meru. He's in closing. It's going to be 6 4. We're just going to combine it. So 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18. Do we have any other bullshit on him that I'm forgetting? Let's just double check. Ulysses. No, anti-air specialist. He's not an air guy. Oh, wait a minute. These are not particle beamers. These are pulse emitters. So this can be significantly weaker. 8, 9. 9 is the dice pool. And it is sustained. They have torpedoes. Really, I should just shoot torpedoes at you. And etheric broadsides. Weirding torpedoes. Are those better? Yeah, those are better. So, alright, we're just going to take back our turn. That was clearly too hasty. And we're just going to go torpedoes into him and 2 pulse emitters. Alright. So it's going to be 5 for the pulse emitter. Let's do that first. Sustained. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
That's a good roll.
Okay. 7. Almost 2 damage off of that. So 1 damage on him from that. The torpedoes are going to be 10. You get sub-defense against this. This is sustained.
4 plus 1 for his friend.
Then 3 explodes. So that's for them. 6, 7, and 5. 1 more damage. Alright. And that is going to be them done.
It's really strange to think these guys have better armor than these guys, because these guys just look more armored than those guys.
Yeah.
Those don't look armored.
Alright, you're up.
The only ones I have left to go is the Osakas over here. So that's what we're going to do. And they're going to do their drift. And they've got a speed of 7. That's definitely point blank.
And you want them closing. Are you sure you want to move them that far?
That's a good point. The torpedo is not going to be any better, so maybe I shouldn't move them that far ahead. I need to go just like back 1 inch, I think.
Yeah, just 1 or 2. You're allowed to pre-measure, so just, I mean, I just did it, but you're allowed to pre-measure, so just back up as you need.
It should be, yeah. Now we're in closing. All right, we are back to in closing. We are going to put everything we've got, I think, into just one of them. We're going to start, I don't think we're going to, no, we are. We're going to do it all, because you take away dice from my pool.
1 die.
1 dice. And the armor is what?
6. You have to beat a 6 to do any damage at all.
Okay. I think I'm just going to separate them again. That's going to be 9 plus 4 minus 1, so that's 12.
All right.
And then what? They have torpedoes, don't they? They do. They're going to shoot their torpedo salvos. That they'll combine. 8, 10, 12. Torpedo salvo is going to end up being 7 plus 5. That makes it so
12, but it's actually an 11 because it's -1.
There. This one should have already...
No, it's 12. I know it's 11 because it's -1. You should be able to tell just by looking at that how many dice are there. All right.
This is going to be the... I'll do the torpedoes first, just in case I get lucky.
All right, hang on. I got sub-defense against them.
Yeah.
6. All right, go ahead and roll it.
Not looking lucky today. And I don't roll crits because they're obscured.
You will crit with the torpedoes. The torpedoes specifically ignore that. They're submerged, but torpedoes also, like I said, specifically ignore that. So that's for my hits. So not enough to do damage to them. All right.
And now it's going to be the first
gun battery.
Gun battery, which I think I'll add the focus gunnery to, so it's going to be 2 more dice.
All right. I got 2 defense.
Only
reroll your blank.
Yeah. Nothing. It stayed a blank.
All right. So
I don't get to roll my crit.
6. All right. So 1 damage to him. Which one was it?
This closer one.
All right. Roll the next set.
I feel like I probably should have combined them here. I keep thinking.
I don't know about that. I think that's a good dice pool. That was just a horrible roll. I mean, you can't account for every bad roll. You just got to roll with it. How many dice is that?
12.
-1.
It should have been 13 though.
Oh, okay. Never mind. 12's correct then.
Right. Heavy guns are 9 and 4, so it would have been 13. So take away 1, it's 12.
Yeah, you're right. Let me just take that out for my defense. And then, so that is 1 more damage. All right. Was that them activated?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know. I think heavy guns need to just go together if I want to kill something, because...
Well, you're looking for a cripple. But I will say, yes, it should take you 2... It seems to take 2 ships to cripple 1 ship of similar size. All right, this guy is going to Tokyo Drift. Okay. He needs to get to about here. What's his speed? 5. Oh yeah, he can get there. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna... Yeah, he's within closing now. Okay. Check his armament again. He's got regular stuff. He has an etheric lance aft, which won't be doing shit. He has a particle beamer forward, a heavy particle cannon. He's got advanced repair. And that's really all that matters for him. Okay, so he did have a magnetic generator. That would have fucked up the missiles that fired at him. But I'm not worried about that right now. Okay, so we're going to do the particle beamer first. It's going to be 6 dice sustained. And it's going on this. All my attacks are going on him.
Okay.
Okay. Good start. We're going to reroll these shields. And then I've got my crits. Jesus. This is making up for shitty rolls earlier. Alright. So these are devastating. No, these are not devastating. 7. So it's 2 damage and a crit. So he's a Crip B. Generator offline, so he's going to have an emergency. Alright, so he's to 4. Okay, and then heavy particle. Oh, should I just burn off the planes on him too? Let's do it. Alright, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to play this card. So that's going to be burn off the planes. That's going to be an extra 4 dice.
Oh, so it's a Valor effect.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the actual card says. I caught it on now. I've caught it on.
Oh, you thought that there was a fucking card in the deck that just gave you that ability?
When you first did it.
Why would I be excited about that?
I was confused.
Okay. Alright, no sustained. Devastating though, that's 4. Ouch, nothing. Okay, but it is blast. So that's our 2 damage right there. And then let's see what our blast template can do. I have not yet designed a new blast template. No way I can hit him. Same thing, I'm just going to hit. So he's 2 into crippled now also. All right.
Just already? I admit, I don't like 2 units of 2. I do not like it. If you need, fire them separately.
If you need 2 to cripple a ship, what's the third guy doing? He's jacking his dick.
Because as soon as you take one ship out or cripple one ship, you've crippled the entire unit.
No, first off, no, and second, yes. How close am I into crippling the unit?
Well, you haven't shot at them. You've been shooting at these guys. Look how crippled these guys are.
Correct, because they're the only target on the entire table we're shooting.
And these guys. But I mean, that was them, I think.
But that's kind of how target priority works. Those guys are currently untouched.
I know.
I think 2 of them combined could cripple a ship. I forgot that. You're right, you probably should have just combined everything. I didn't think you needed to. I was wrong. I apologize.
I was trying to get them to turn into alchemical, and I was like, that's stupid. Like, if they're already alchemical, great, but if they're not, I need to just put them all together.
You weren't separating them for alchemical, Jen. You're separating them because that's a better way to run them. No, so just think about it like this. The third ship in that unit is an ablative wound. It's literally a waste of 110 points until I've killed one of the ships.
It's a saving of 105 points because I'd only have 1 unit of 3.
All right. So you'd have 1 less activation, and instead of being able to cripple 2 ships, you'd be able to cripple 1. Are you following me?
I don't like that playstyle. I do not like it.
Roll the combined attacks on them.
I don't need to. I'm sure they would have crippled it.
Just roll it and let's see what happens.
I don't even know how much that is. It's what, 9 plus.
Just look at the support value. The support value is 4. 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 5. That's 21.
Minus 1 is 20.
All right, so roll the 20 and see what we get. And go ahead and roll your explodes because we're trying to see what these guys can do.
10, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now I say they had the heavy guns, so actually I would have. These are not rerolls. They would have had their. They would have had their, and they would have been able to.
Yeah. And then reroll your blanks.
Yes, which is just 2 currently.
Well, that's it because we don't reroll after. So that's going to be 5 crits. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, and he's crippled. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say is, you're right, I screwed you over there, and I really apologize, like, frankly. He might not have been able to cripple him because he had the obscured.
Yeah.
All right, but think about it this way. You now have 2 units that are capable of doing a meaningful amount of damage, right? Instead of having, first off, you couldn't do 2 units of 3. You just don't have the points.
I wouldn't do 2 units of 3.
You couldn't.
I would do 1 of 3.
So then you'd have 1 unit on the table that can do anything meaningful.
Well, this unit can do something meaningful. If I...
But you see, there's something special about that unit. First off, it's heavy armor, and you're using their rockets, and you see the limited point of rockets. You can't even hit submerged units.
Yeah.
But this is the other thing to think about. What targets do I have on the table that I want to kill? There's only one.
These ones.
I don't give a shit about that. I just did it because
you wanted
these were out of range of the stuff I wanted, right? That's the only thing on the table worth shooting. That's the same thing that happens with destroyers, including the gongs. That's why I don't run Defiance anymore. It's like the only thing on the table worth shooting because their damage output is too high, their range is too short, and they're too weak to stand up, so you just want to kill them. All right? So that's what's happening to the Meru right now, but the Meru are still alive.
Yeah.
And they've taken everything they can take. Your Osaka are perfectly fine, and they're still capable of doing all of their damage. Like I say, you can be on the fence about it still, but do not start saying, oh, I would be better off if I had 1 unit of 3, because even though they haven't taken any damage yet. Because think about it like this. I have to split fire right now against these guys. If you have 1 unit of 3, whatever, right? So anyway, I don't know. Just be careful with that. Be careful with that mentality. This is kind of a fucked up game because this stuff is pretty good. And you don't know what any of it does, so you're kind of walking in blind. All right, but this is his repair roll. He has advanced repair facility. He's using it on himself. I was thinking about trying to repair him, but I want to use it to repair this guy. Get some of this shit off him. So first off, he got his crit, so that's 1 damage healed. I think Enlightened Science stacks with this, by the way. If Enlightened Science
He's a
does...
mass 6?
No, he's got advanced repair facility
so
4. If Enlightened Science stacks, he actually would heal 2 damage. And then there's my counters, so he's fully repaired. But I'm going to leave the damage on him for now, and maybe I'll read through that when I get a chance and see where we're at. So that's everything.
I have is gone.
All right, so it is SRS. How far do SRS get to go? I think it's 5 inches, right?
Yeah, I think you're right. 5 inches.
All right. He's out of him, but he's not out of him. Oh, this guy's going on him. Okay. So start doing intercept rolls. Your intercept for him, your intercept for him. Figure out what that's going to be.
Four.
All right, plus his buddy, right? So
yeah,
5?
No, 3 plus 1.
All right.
It's 3, but his buddy gives him 1.
And you need 4 for Enlightened ships. All right, this guy's a 4.
Nope.
You need 4.
That was close, but not good enough.
These do not get weight of fire.
But
you need him. But you need 4. I actually think it's a fair trade-off.
Yeah. No.
At first, I thought Enlightened ships sucked dick because of that, but I think I'm wrong.
That is 4.
That's
I got 1.
Yeah. So he's.
He got to watch the Shanghais give it a go, and he figured out what he needed.
All right. So we're gonna do 6 dice on the first Shanghai. He gets -2 Citadel. That's what piercing does to mass ones.
So he has an 8 Citadel.
Yeah.
I
6,
think you just blew him
7.
up.
Well, it's a damage, so that killed him
Okay.
anyway. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, he's fucking dead.
Yeah.
That's the Citadel right there.
No point in rolling because he's not close enough to explode on anybody.
All right, and then 3 dice on the Meru. Explode. Nothing. All right. So this is clean up. Discard any cards you don't want. Jury rig repair if you want. I don't care. Alrighty. It's still on.
We'll flip it.
Oh, okay. You don't have to play a card, you know.
Oh.
You can just keep your card and give the round up.
Oh, I will have to remember that.
All right, let's get all these off. And I need to learn how wave lurking works properly. Because I remember hearing somewhere that you only got to wave lurk every other turn. Okay, meaning it calls it out specifically. You may not use it in consecutive turns. Okay, so no wave lurking for anybody.
I really like. I know that they just got destroyed, but I actually liked the Shanghai with the corrosive mortar quite a bit.
Did you? How many points were they?
They were just an additional 2 each. So they were 32 each.
You know, I think they're cheap enough.
Whereas these guys, I guess it could be simply that I got used to being able to add the alchemical in there when like I had a shield.
No, I'll agree with you. They have an alchemical conflagration too, right?
But hazardous gain's devastating also. So no matter what you give them, unless you keep the heavy guns on them.
So then they're very good with mortars because it's more likely you're going to do something with them.
Probably. I'll need to remember that this next time I roll. Well, it doesn't really matter, but we'll see. We will see. So it's your turn. You're first. This guy did not have his phase up, so he did not get to. But does Wave Lurker let him do that anyway?
He doesn't fucking Wave Lurker, does he?
No, he has Unexpected Arrival. I called it Wave Lurker. It's the wrong thing.
No, he has to be off the table.
On the round, it enters play. Okay, so it has to be. Oh, all models attached to the unit may deploy. On the round after deployment, this unit activates normally. Okay, so its Unexpected Arrival is it doesn't get to go back away. That's a Sub-Marauder is when they get to go back away.
It's the interface that lets him act all crazy. You've got SRS this round.
I do. I get which one were they?
3. It's just Japanese. Basically, it's one for every Japanese unit.
Well, then you killed one of my units, so that would only be 2.
It's not a Japanese unit, is it?
Yeah, you're right. It's Chinese. So 3. That's going to be
3.
Where am I going to put them?
Wherever you want. They're going to get Smash 1. What else can you use them for? Assaults. You can use them to cycle your hand out if you want, I think. No, you probably need the abilities. I don't know if they have the ability to do recharge.
I'm just
light
gonna
and
put
shit.
him on this guy.
All right.
And
Now it's my activation, and I'm trying to decide. Okay, so don't get mad at me, Jenny, but I'm going to try and destroy those Osaka that are staring me down.
Why would I get mad at you?
Because I just spent like the past half hour trying to convince you that they're good and to stop saying that it's a fucking terrible way to run them. All right. And now here I'm going to make them look awful because guess what? These little son of bitches have they have Chesapeake Gatling batteries. They just suck more at closing, but they're Chesapeake Gatling batteries. We need to get a little further forward. All right. So the bullshit that we're going for is we want to get you in the front and the side. So if I'm something like this now, there's no way to do it. I don't think. So I'm just going to go. We're going to just risk taking the damage. 1, 2. We're good. 1, 2. Okay. So he's doing pulse emitters to him. He's doing pulse emitters to him. Actually, we'll just 2 on him and 2 on him. And if he dies before that, then obviously I'll go on to his friend. Okay. So it's 14 dice. So this shouldn't be enough to kill him, but it should be enough to cripple him. I guess it depends on how the roll goes. These are sustained fusillade, so it's essentially reroll failures. Alrighty. 2 explodes. 1 more. Okay, so the other thing, these are not devastating like the Americans, so I can't expect American amounts of damage out of them. But that's 2 and a crit on him. And then he's going to get his next round in. Oh, I've got to roll my crit.
Yeah.
Magazine.
That's just another damage. I don't have to go anywhere.
1 damage, and he'll take a damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But the cheetahs don't care.
Yeah, but I will say, if these guys were Americans, you might actually get your ship destroyed.
Yeah.
No,
that's a lot less dice than I'm used to from the Chesapeakes.
No, that's the regular Chesapeake dice. It's exactly the same. It's just they have devastating.
Yeah.
So all of my explosions count as 3
hits.
damage or 3 hits. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 more. Give me another action die, please. So every 2 explodings is that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. See, that's like an American Chesapeake right there.
Yeah.
Now these are actually 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still 4. So
what is an Osaka's?
He's dead. Well, he gets a catastrophic explosion.
Yeah.
That takes him out. But we're gonna roll to see if we get. Well,
4
no.
and 4.
There's no point in rolling because it's going to be another catastrophic explosion. So it won't hurt the friend. But as you notice, the cheetahs are completely fine.
Yeah, cheetahs don't get. Cheetahs are badass little escorts.
All right. We're going to do our repair roll. Enlightened science come through. Nope.
No, I think the Enlightened are amazing. You already knew that they were the second army I was really interested in, but I wanted
Well,
to do
me
these
too. Well, we're
guys.
probably going to get an Enlightened army because the other thing I like about him, there's no backstory to them. I can paint them as wild as I want. I can
Yeah.
go and have a nice flashy color scheme and not worry about, historical any bullshit, right? All right. So I probably won't do pulse emitters anymore because I forgot, even though they've got Chesapeake stats, they do not have American damage. They still killed the Osaka, whereas I think gun batteries would have just crippled the Osaka. But what have you. All right, Jen, you're up.
All right, we're going to go with our... Don't you dare, Lyra. We're going to go with possibly a Valor card. I don't know if it matters, because in order to do a special operation, you can't be...
You can be red, you can't be black.
Okay.
So he can do ops if he wants.
Can I do that if I am in...
Generator shutdown?
But I know I'd have to get rid of that. But
Yeah.
Is it even worth bothering with it?
Trying to see if you need to be battle ready?
Battle ready.
Yeah.
It has to be a battle ready model. That's what I thought. So once you cripple him, he's like...
Well, I got to admit, though, Jen, he got pretty freaking raped.
I know. I know he got...
I don't know if anybody would have seen that one coming. I can't believe, like, the weapons you replace that thing with are so trash. And I hear about people using them all the time. I'm like, why am I the only one that sees this? Why am I the only one that seems to know how good this is? Like, it's insane.
Generate, what's the other one he has? Shroud, which you just ignore Shroud anyway, so it doesn't matter, right?
Only because of that radar. That radar is what is ignoring the Shroud on you. And that's another thing. I really like radar. Most radar can't jump across the table like that.
All right, I think I'm going to remove the critical damage marker then. And I'm going to remove the generator thing.
All right,
so I can have
shrouded.
my Shroud back. And I haven't actually activated anyone yet.
No.
I will... but he can't... They're not... I don't know if his gun batteries matter, because he's not going to be in closing of them for...
It's easy to get in closing. He can get in closing. How fast is he?
Oh, yeah, that's 20. He's mass 3 and then speed 6, I think. Speed 6, yes.
Yeah, that's 9 inches.
No, speed 4 when he's crippled.
All right, so 7, so 27 inches away. You have to see if he's within 27.
He is. He's already in closing right now.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not. Oh, he has
to move. I'm adding your movement.
Yeah.
And moving straight forward is fine for
right
him.
Into the potential ouchie water. Well,
I forgot to roll for my water. Nothing.
All right, we're going to go with the Ningjing, see what we can do to help our little poor sad buddy out. He's having a bad day. I think the only reason Ningjing hasn't got anything is he's not really that important, and you can't see him or reach him. That's 3. Ningjing, come here.
The reality is I don't consider him to be very good. He's got 2 heavy rocket batteries. He's like a shitty Meru. I know he has 2 regular rocket batteries, but he's got the firepower of a Meru and a Shanghai. He has a magma cast, by the way. You should start using this damn magma cast. So he's run into that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and stick his nose on top of it.
I will just roll the thing and see what happens.
He's all right.
All right. Now I can see that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that has the crit on him, but I can see that guy.
Yep.
So I'm going to shoot at that one. I think I can.
What are you going to do with your magma cast?
He doesn't have a magma cast.
Yes, he does. He comes with it.
The Ningjing does not. This is the wrong model to use for the
Oh,
Ning Jing.
shit, you should have told me. Which is that?
It's not the Ning Jing class. I think that's the this is what you used for the Ergen and the Ergen's named one, which is Kaying, I think.
No, it's the shooty Ergen. What generator does it have?
This guy?
You gave it a
I
generator.
gave him a shroud generator.
Okay. I'll get one here in just a second while you finish up with his turn.
I mean, he still hit that, but all right. No, I think he'd be quite a bit more points if he had the magma fast generator. All right, so we're still shooting our rockets. We're going to combine them. Our 2 heavy rockets. We're going to see if they can be useful. That's going to be 8 plus 4, -1 or -2 for those guys.
Probably minus more than that. That's the Plinius.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. No, I thought he had a shield for some reason. And these are rockets, so we've got air defense value 6, 7, -1 die.
Okay. Okay. Six, 8. Okay. All right, roll over. Oh, we're running out of space to roll over here for the camera.
3.
He has a chemical conflagration, so it gains devastating.
Yep. All right, well, 3.
Do I get to re-roll them?
Yeah,
they're not obscure.
That's every
anymore.
other round. That's every other round. So 3, 6, 3, 6. So that's, I think, 2 damage and a crit. Yeah, 2 damage and crit.
Did I mass 2 or 3 of those things?
2. So yeah, it'll be a hazard
So,
also. I've got the hazard here.
Okay.
So roll your crit. Sturginium flare, so that's an extra damage. Okay. Got a headache?
And I've got that. My shoulder's really hurting me from sleeping on it last night.
Oh, it's really bothering you.
And the Tylenol worked earlier, but it's worn off.
Yeah. All right. Is that him done?
Yeah, his whole queen can't hit nobody.
Yeah. All right. Okay. God, Jesus, these Plinius are good. He's got 4 battle ready hull, and he only drops down to 3 SRS when he is crippled. They're only like 7 points more than most other support carriers too, for all that fucking defensive bonus. It's just crazy.
No, I like my my guys that drop down crippled value to the exact same number of SRS that they had at full.
2.
The Okinawas, I believe, are my favorite of those.
Okay.
It looks like he's got a giant iceberg in front of him.
Yep, he's going to plow right into it. Oh, I never drew my cards. Actually, the little guys should really put their SRS out. We're gonna do 4 and 4. Put him on him. I'll go after him. And then they're gonna drift 1. And then this guy is going to repair. Nothing. All right. You're up.
I thought they were 2 separate units.
No.
What else has airplanes?
These guys, and the
those
Ulysses.
guys. Okay.
The Ulysses are bullshit. They're 110 points. They have cruiser stats, all the Enlightened defenses, 2 main guns, speed 9.
That's fast.
And 2 planes.
Yeah. Those are really...
I pay 108 for a Yorktown.
Yeah.
That's slower and has no planes and has none of the fucking Enlightened defense. I just have +1 Citadel.
No, that's awesome. I'm gonna activate my boy, not Ergen, the Oni.
Yeah.
His mass doesn't drop, so he still goes his 3. And then he's gonna go his full speed of 4, which we did hit that. So we're gonna make
just
a roll
stop
right
short
now.
of it. You don't need to go through
fine.
that.
Got it. We can hit that. We cannot hit the far one though. So we are just going to see if we're obscured. That's what we're going to do. Where's the
laser? I've got it somewhere.
Right here.
Never mind. Yeah, you're obscured.
Yeah, we are obscured. Crap. I hate being obscured. That's annoying to me.
Go ahead and shine her again. It's too close to call almost. That's the point you want to hit.
Yeah,
no, you can't.
It's been a lot closer other times. All right, so obscured means I do not reroll crits. I don't get crits. That's what that means.
Don't explode.
Oni. All right. Focus gunnery. He's gonna do that. He's going to do heavy firepower.
What is it? You don't get to fucking write it.
Right.
Alright, it's canceled.
Oh, fuck. You had a higher one than 47?
Remember, I can just spam them out until I beat it.
Yeah, I know, but you only used 1.
Alright.
I thought 47 was safe, but you probably could have beat a 49 also. They go to 60? Yeah, I think they do. Alright, so it wasn't as high as I thought. So we're not doing that. We're doing... Wait a minute.
Should have Markuyama.
Cloud Strike and Command Override. I think that's the one that lets me try again.
That's a once per game full reroll. You cancel all the dice and you reroll them.
Anyone? Okay. Huh. Okay. So he has 2 heavy guns. They are going to 9 plus 4. How many do I take away?
Just one.
Okay, so that's going to be 12. 6, 8, 10, 12. He's using focus gunnery. That's an additional 12. Rerolling blanks.
All right.
There's nothing else he can do.
He should. His Mark of Yama should trigger.
Yeah, his Mark of Yama is going to be triggering.
All right. -1. I'm just going to take it out
my
now.
blanks. Man, you failed me, blanks. You failed to help out at all.
Your Mark of Yama triggers, but alchemical. Is it enough for it just to have a thing, or does it need to have a hazard?
I think it's either or. I'll read it.
I think it's crippled or a hazard. You get Mark of Yama.
Provided the necessary number of explosive hits are rolled, if the target is crippled or already has a level of disorder, then in addition to receiving a disorder, it also suffers a crit.
Yeah, it just gets 1 disorder for right now. This is enough for 1 damage. He is crippled now.
No, it gets a... If the target is crippled or already has... It's or. Crippled
or already has a hazard.
Yeah.
Is
then
it
in
crippled?
Addition to receiving... In addition...
It's not crippled, and it doesn't have a hazard.
No, it's... I was getting critical damage confused with crippled because they start with CR.
All right.
So that is that guy. He has a heavy torpedo. We're going to shoot it.
All right.
That's not very much, though. I think it's just like 11 minus 1.
That's definitely something.
No, it's going to be 12 minus 1. So it's going to be 11.
All right.
6, 8, 10, 11.
Oh, -3. That was a blank. Oh, -5. Just take my due.
I do get to re-roll those crits.
No, you don't.
It's a sub.
Oh, yeah. It's your rerolling blanks. All right.
They didn't
so that
become
is
anything exciting.
1 more damage. It's 1 damage into crippled. All right. Is that him done?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess these guys will activate. So they are going to do 8, 9, 10, 11. 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I really don't think the Ninjing is going to stand up to that the same way the...
Actually, you know what? I don't know that I want to do that. Let me see that tape measure. That measuring rod. No, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. We're going to see if we can just ace him in 1 shot. Just sink him down. All right. And then we are just going to move 2, 2, 1, 2. All right, he's going to move forward a little bit. And Seeker rocket batteries. So how many do they have? 6. 6 times 3, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're just going to fire the Seeker rocket batteries at the Oni.
Sounds like an aerial defense.
It is.
Five. Wow. His aerial defense gets raped when he goes crit.
Most of them do. Cripple is what you want to go for. You don't want to go for destroyed. Cripple is what you want.
I got
3?
Yeah, 3 defense.
All right. And I reroll blanks. All right, let me make absolutely sure these aren't sustained. Yeah, just aerial homing. 2 crit. Or 2 explosions. We gotta fix that terminology because that is not right. 1. 2 damage and a crit. Navlock, 4 damage.
On the guy? On the guy
Is he
that only
dead?
has like
Is
3
he
health
sunk?
left?
Yeah, he's sunk.
Yeah. I don't think it matters.
Well, it was 2 damage, and then the explosion's what finished him off. Okay. Once these guys activated, it is your turn.
I feel like you really have to pick between Shroud and Magnetic. If you can get them both.
Did he have a magnetic?
No.
Okay, because that would have helped him against
like,
that aerial
Shroud
attack.
is not doing very much at all this game.
Wait, he had Shroud? Oh, no, he didn't because he was in range of my thing, right?
Yeah, he was in range of your thing.
Fuck, was he? He wouldn't have died. Here. No, he's out of range. This is a 7-inch range.
I thought it was
7
10
inches.
inch.
7 inches.
Oh.
10 inches for Boston's.
Well, I thought it was 10. I thought he was still in.
I don't think the crits mattered. Possibly. I can't remember. No, I think the crit the exploding dice I rolled didn't give me shit, and I was still over by like 4 damage or some shit. So I don't think they mattered. I think it was okay. All right, you're up.
So I put his guns back already, figuring he was dead. All right. We are up. I'm glad I went with him because he's already gone.
Yeah.
You killed him after he'd already gone. I'm gonna go with the Meru.
All right.
Which is gonna be more complicated than I'm used to because they're pretty much not helping anybody at all. No, crippled they can still help. It's just
the reds make it so they can't support other ships.
Yeah, but they can support themselves.
Blacks they can't even support their own.
Blacks they're too busy panicking to do much else. So I want this thingy. I like this thingy a lot.
When my acrylic comes in, I'm going to start stamping them out, so we'll have a couple. And I'm hoping to make sure Adam and Mark get some also.
You guys are perfectly obscured yourselves.
I'm planning... I was planning to make crit markers. But I'm starting to think that the cardboard tokens are good enough. Remember, you will drift. Oh, you can paddle wheel, though.
I can paddle wheel, yes. Which we may...
But I guess I will say, so... What we're trying to see if the corrosive could set up hazards to make it so the rockets hit harder, to make it so the mark of Yama was better. But I think it's just too many ships into the same units, you know what I mean? It's better off just to rely on your gun batteries to cripple.
Yeah.
Or your rocket batteries to cripple. So...
I like the corrosive mortar on those Shanghais.
What makes it better than rockets? Because they support each other better?
No aerial defense.
True. Yeah, no defense. They have better support values.
They do have better support values, yes. I was very impressed with them on the mass ones, not so much on these guys.
Well, I still think... Potentially, you could shoot the mortars first, get the hazard, and then go to town with your rockets.
Yeah, that was the idea. It just didn't work out.
I thought it didn't work out because everything they could see was like submerged
Yeah,
or flying or
this
something.
guy is gonna keep attacking that little
Right, this
airplane.
guy. Okay.
These guys are going to be attacking this guy,
All right.
and he's just got his fucking Christ one corrosive mortar. They can't help each other.
No.
Otherwise, this guy would
So
try to
one
help
corrosive
him.
mortar, and are you going to combine your rockets?
We might need to contra rotate, which I think we will, so that the back can hit him too.
It should already be able to hit.
The back one can't.
He just needs to be a port. Oh, you're right. It is out a little bit.
So he's going to contra rotate so he can spin himself enough so that his back ones can hit. Yeah. And then his back ones are going to.
Is anybody else going to rotate, or is that it?
They're going to just paddle wheel and stay in place because they're perfect. I think their side arcs are.
Oh, yeah, they're going after them. Okay, and then you're going to do broadsides and rockets and mortars?
Yeah. Heavy broadsides, yes, and corrosive mortars first, and then it's going to be the rockets. But I want to do this guy on the plane first.
Do his mortar first, and then maybe you should do your rockets individually because you only need to deal 4 damage to this guy to kill him. And then you can change weapons on something else.
Because these are back to the alchemicals, which are better to just try to fish for the don't even have to do damage. You just want to get more than his mass, and he's a mass 1.
Yeah, you just spam him out. All right, go for it.
So it's 8 for heavy. No, he's crippled. So 6 for
corrosive mortar.
I know. I'm just 6 for that, and then the corrosive mortar is first. Crippled is 3.
So -2, so it's 1 die. I'd still roll it.
Are we gonna get a crit? No.
All right. And then the other guys, I'll let you recombine them because it's going to be -2 dice every pool. Actually, -3 dice. No. -1 die every pool. Roll another one for your corrosive mortar. I'm getting them confused. I thought they had the shield generator like that guy. Okay. So it's just -1.
Hazardous, so it gains devastating. That doesn't matter.
That does matter. It matters a lot.
Well, not for rolling a blank. It doesn't.
All right, so it's only -1, so 5 is probably fine.
5.
We'll see.
I'm just trying to get one freaking crit, which we did not get because that's a. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use my once per game thing now and just re-roll that whole thing. Yes.
All right.
We're gonna practice remembering we have that because I've. Hey, look! I got it.
Well, that kills him right there. So okay, hang on. Let me.
I should be able to change targets to the plane next to him, right?
You will, but hold on, because I might repair him. Let's read how it works exactly. Roll an action die each time a friendly aerial unit is destroyed within 7 inches. On a counter or heavy counter, it's not destroyed. It has 1 whole point.
That is an awesome.
Nope, he's dead.
That is an. I know it didn't work, but that is an awesome flagship. I love flagships like that. Right. That's why I love my generator ships so well. And I love the Ninjing because he helps us.
Your turn, and yes, you do get to change targets. Okay, you might as well target this guy.
5, yep. Target the new guy.
You're firing at long range, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't change.
All right, hang on. 4. Oh, but you need to beat it for my defenses.
Yeah, and I didn't. I'm sure.
No, in fact, it's armor 5. I thought it was 4. It's 5.
Okay. And I didn't get my.
All right, so it's.
He did his. These guys, they're. How many do you take away for this guy? 2?
1.
1? Okay.
They need a shield generator to take away more than 1.
All right, so the crippled corrosive mortar has 2 dice he's rolling at you. Nothing.
Yeah. And
the non-crippled is going to roll 3 dice.
Actually, he's at point blank, isn't he? So
that's it. He shouldn't be able to shoot that at point blank. Let me see. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's definitely at point blank. Okay.
That doesn't do the.
Is he at point blank for the rear guy?
I think so. Like they're pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the corrosive rock mortars aren't going to do anything, but the rockets still get to go.
Yeah.
The crippled guy first is going to have 6, and he cannot support them anymore.
He can support
at
himself.
Point blank. No,
oh,
not at point
okay.
blank. So he's going to do them separately. So it's going to be 2 of 5.
All right.
You get your air defense for this.
Ulysses.
Nice. We got 2. We got 2. We get to, and I'm just going to use these. 2 more.
I'm going to take away 4.
And another one.
Woo!
And another one. What the hell?
All right, well, let me take away my 4. So that's 1. So that's 2
These are
and a
devastating.
crit. Okay, so that's 1, 2, that's
Still
3 and a
2
crit.
and a crit. There's just one here, but I don't know if that's going to do
anything. That's 18,
anything.
19. I think you need 22 for a critical explosion, so it's 3 and a crit roll, your crit roll. So reactor leak. Let me 2. And it's 3, right? 3
Yeah.
damage. Okay, so he's 1 into crippled.
It was 3 and the crit roll.
Yeah. So he's 1 into crippled. All right.
That's not the kind of damage you expect to get out of that thing. And
that was his first rocket.
He gets disorder as well.
Oh yeah.
I'll grab it.
And he's got a crit on him already.
But he wasn't crippled yet. Now
so
he's
then
crippled.
this is the next rocket.
Yes.
So he's crippled now. It's the full Monty.
That does nothing.
Yeah. Now the non-crippled ship.
Yeah, now the non-crippled one.
How many dice does he get? I don't know what you're sighing about. They all have to go.
I was trying to decide if I wanted to combine them or not.
You had to decide that a long time
He's not.
ago. So sevens.
2 sevens, 6, 7. He got his 2 things for the
just a second.
disorder.
Oh, I'm crippled. What's my air defense is now 4. All right, -1. Okay, so we'll just change this to a hit, and that's another crit roll.
Devastating as well. Oh, I got the same thing again.
Catastrophic explosion, so he's just dead. And if you've got another shot, it's going to go on to his friend.
Just one more. Another 1 of 7.
That's why you don't combine these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to rely on luck sometimes, but...
He didn't... His chemical doesn't blast off, but he did do some... I think he got damage.
Just a second. I think I've got 4 air defense on 5.
4.
That's -4. That's still enough to do, especially with the devastating. That's still enough for a damage. All right, that it?
Yep, that is it.
All right.
Yeah, I think so long as I can get their back guns into play, the corrosive mortars on them, I think, are the play. I don't think they need that extra little tiny alchemical rocket.
Yeah, and the corrosive mortars have a chance to just throw the hazard out before the rockets come in. Do you pay very many points for them?
2.
That's
2 for a mortar.
That ain't shit. Okay, he's gonna go.
Even crippled, these guys are still capable of doing some shit. They just can't help each other, but you don't need... You want to be able to help yourself, maybe, but I don't know if you really need to help each other. I think with the guns, I want to help each other the way I'm trying to play it, but not with the rockets.
The guns need to. You're right, the rockets do not. Okay, Daedalus, yeah, you do not have a gun I've been forgetting, fortunately. Okay. So he's going to throw his heavy on ya boy. Alright, so he's within... He's enclosing.
He's going to drop a nuke on him, you mean?
Yeah. Count up those ships for me. So that's 9 to start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
So 19, that should be 20. So that's 60 minus 3, that's 57. I don't think we have enough dice. 10, 20. No, we might.
We should. We've got a lot of dice.
30, 40, 45, 50, 6, 7. A 57 pool.
You need to roll that so the camera can see that juicy goodness.
57 pool. Devastating.
And somehow managed to not knock everything around. We can put the island back later. This island isn't really that useful.
Yeah, it's kind of out of play. I don't think I've even rolled this many dice in 40K.
I rolled this many dice when I was playing my undead Nagash army, and they just... I had like 60. Might need to...
Okay.
Does it matter if they stay in the same groupings of what they...
No. This one is not sustained, and you can see why.
I just gotta figure out how many of these you're...
Yeah.
Oh.
How much HP does the fucking...
Does his shroud matter at all to this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not going to roll explodes. What's his armor?
The Ningjing's armor is 8.
All right. So 8. 8. 8. 8. Actually, let's make that look cleaner. 8. 8. 8. 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and at least one crit roll.
At least one. You've
I think it's piercing.
His citadel is 16.
I got a catastrophic explosion on him. So
you already counted that.
Yeah, it's 9. What's his battle ready hull?
9. He's zero into crippled right now.
Okay.
So depending on what
let
you
me
roll,
just check to see if there's anything else. Piercing, yeah, so it's 2 crits. Alright, shredded defenses and nav locked. And he is... Just put a 6 crippled die on there. It'll just be the easiest.
Yeah.
Alright. I guess the big question... No, I think it's better to do these because they're devastating piercing. Whereas the planes alone are not.
Yeah, I think they're just piercing. Yeah, they're just piercing. The exo subs get to pick, and if they're the sub version, they get to be devastating.
I'm just gonna throw our damn heavy broadside and our thingamajig on him. Heavy broadside. So it's gonna be 5 for the broadside. We'll cross the T, actually.
I know you have to set that up, but you pretty much just nuke a flagship with that thing.
Yeah. Particle beamer. So it's going to be 4, 5, 4 plus, so 9 sustained for crossing the T. Just throw away another card to cross the T. What you got to ask yourself was, would my planes have done that on their own? Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, there were a
They would
lot
have
of
had more
planes.
dice. There was 19 of them, right? That would have been 57.
Mhm.
No, that would have been. There was almost 20, right?
There was 19.
19. I rolled too many dice. I think I was giving myself the full SRS dice. It should have only been 2. So that should have been 40 minus 2. That should have been 48. So I
Okay.
rolled 9 dice too many. And it's sustained. You want me to re-roll it?
No.
All right. Yeah, it's getting late anyway.
We'll just try to remember that for next time because I'm pretty
Yeah, be
confident there's
careful.
going to be another time.
So that's closer to what they would have done with just their
Mhm.
ships. There's a good chance they would not have crippled it with the beam. So something to think about. And the setup takes so long, it might as well have occurred at the end of the turn. I think that's something worth recognizing. All right,
But
so that's one
if
more
your
damage
opponent doesn't actually do
on him.
anything, then maybe you get a chance to do that before it goes.
Maybe. I think you push it as late as you can. All right,
Yeah.
you're up. Oh,
Okay.
wait, I've got to repair.
Next, I am going to. Not really. I'm going to activate these guys. And we're just going to get everything we have into this guy because there's not really anything else to shoot with these guys.
No exploding.
So I mean, they've got a drift. So let's do their drift. 2.
I think you can shoot at my flagship.
Yeah, you're right. Because I can go underneath.
Yeah, you ignore
move.
him. You could have come after these guys.
I'm having a lot of like Age of Sigmar issues where I think I've got to stay away like so many inches.
Yeah, like an inch. Yeah, no.
And it's Age of Sigmar. It's 3 inches, so I'm not even doing the 40k inch thing. I'm doing 3 inches.
Oh my goodness, hollaballas and go fist to you up. You're not a baller. Or you're gonna scratch me up. I won't let you.
2. Come here. You're hard to pick up.
So let me think.
3.
Just move that ship out of your way.
Okay.
Just try to remember roughly where he is. I don't
4.
think it matters that much.
No, I think 4 is fine. 5, 6,
Or you want
7.
closing range? You want him at 20?
Yeah. That's as far as we can go with the turn and 7.
Well, I think you're too close, is what I'm trying to tell you. That's 20 inches back there. You are still at closing, though. Just barely, though. If you got even an inch closer.
Yeah, I think I just managed to make it past that guy.
Yeah.
But I can't stop underneath your plane. That can move. 1, 2, 3. 4.
You're at closing.
Yeah. Come back over here. A little. So hard to pick up. There. All right. Now we're going to combine our guns all together to shoot that guy. We've got the heavy guns and just the torpedo salvo because the broadside.
Yeah. Well, you can shoot the broadside.
I could shoot this guy's broadside at that, but I can't shoot that guy's. So let's do that first. Broadside into here, and then everything else into your big guy.
It's going to be minus 2 dice, and it's going to be at closing because I'm flying.
Yeah, so that is not worth it. 1 dice. Yeah.
All right.
Just a little broadside isn't that exciting. All right, so our torpedo salvo, let's do that first. We're going to put them together. How many do I it's 4. I remove 4 for attacking him, right?
I will tell you shortly. He has a shield. Yeah, it's -4 dice.
So 7 and 5 would be 8.
No, torpedoes ignore shield generators. I think you ignore ectopics
7.
too.
That is a generator, huh? 2, 4,
Shield
6,
generator,
8.
yeah. Let me check the old internal ectopic.
10. There. So it's going to be 7 plus 5.
All right. I think you do subtract 1 for this. Don't worry about it though. Just roll it. Because I think the torpedoes only ignored shield generators, and this is not a shield generator.
We got 2 explodes. 1 more explode. Nothing.
All right. He is armor 7.
6, 7, 8. I guess oops, that was a 2. 7, 4, 6, 7.
So 2 damage and a crit.
Did you choose your defense against that? Your defense roll?
Sub defense, right?
Yeah.
7, 8, because I've got an escort. Oh my gosh, I'm having trouble finding dice. Here we go. -3.
3, so that is 1 damage.
Yeah, just 1. All right. Round 2. This should give you chemical torpedoes too.
It wasn't enough for a crit though, huh?
No.
That's sad too.
Well, actually, what's the total you rolled?
The total I rolled.
No, you needed a 14.
Okay, yeah.
Usually my Citadel on these guys are lower than what they ought to be. But no, he's
I had
properly got the double armor.
Plus 2.
No, you didn't get 2 damage. You didn't get a Citadel on him.
Yeah. The total.
So now roll the guns.
Right, so the heavy guns all together, and we are going to. They get focused gunnery. They don't have what I thought they did.
What did you think they had?
I thought they had the heavy firepower. They don't.
Fuck no, they don't. There's like one. I think there's like some battle cruisers that get it for Union, and there's the Antarctica that gets it for Covenant. All right. So what's the support value?
Support value of a heavy gun battery is 4.
So that's 16 plus 5, so that's 19 minus 4, so 15 dice.
I'm going to use, that reminds me, I'm going to use the generator shutdown card for that.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be 18, and then it's going to be a 20. Actually, you know what? I'll just cancel it.
Oh, you little... How do you have so many high cards?
Yeah, well, you noticed I didn't discard a lot, did I?
Yeah, well, I didn't either.
All right, so
that is
14 plus 2, so 16 dice total.
Okay. It was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's not very high. And then 6. Perfect.
And then I got my defense against this. 6.
Focus. Oh, focus gunnery. Did we add that in?
Blanks. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to take 3 away. Let me just take those 3 away. All right.
So that is 2 exploded. Nothing.
All right, so there's your 7 right there. So
one more damage.
Can never find 3s. There's like just not that many 3s in here. All right, is that it for them?
Yep, that is all they had.
All right. Okie dokie. What do we do here? We only have 2 units left.
Now that one Osaka, you have that guy, and that's
Okay,
it.
these
For me,
guys
I
are
just
just
have
gonna
the
go.
Osaka.
Oops. I'm just gonna get those out of the way. Okay. All right. So it's going to be where's the laser at? Could I have that laser?
Yeah.
All right. Let's just call it after this round. Okay. So he's going to go. He's going to put his heavy into him, and he's going to put his heavy into the Osaka, and then they're going to put all 2 particles into him, 2 particles into him. Okay.
Okay.
So the first heavy, and we are going to burn off our planes.
I'm gonna check the kids
Check the
before you do
babes.
that.
All right, I'll just run
Try to
this
get a
crap.
head start.
Yeah. I'm
tired.
tired too. What did I do with my weapons sheet? Here it is. Okay, heavy. We have to check the range on that. Nice, 9. All right, 9 plus 4. Okay, nice. Four. He's not concealed. 2 more. 2 more. Oh my god. This is just one of those rolls. I think he's going to just get destroyed. All right. 7. 7. 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's destroyed. So the non-crippled Meru got destroyed with the plane's attack. I just kept rolling explodes over and over. Okay, 2 particle beamers. It's going to be 10 sustained on each of those guys. 9 or 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is the reroll for sustained. 3 explodes. 2 more. 1 more. All right. 7. That's enough to kill him, but do we also have a crit roll out of it? We do. The other guy actually had 2 crit rolls as well. Nothing. 2. So a crit roll on him. Navlock, but he's dead anyway. On the last one. Dice are just rolling hot. All right. Stand. No, the explosives, nothing. No damage to him. All right. And then the last heavy on the last guy. I think it's going to be a 9. We'll check the range. Uh, 18 inches. That is still closing. Oh my god, look at these rolls. Okay. 4. 1, 2, 3. No, these are devastating. All right. 4. All right. So that's going to be 4 total damage.
He's
So
only
he's
got
1
2
into crippled.
left. Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 1 into crippled.
And then 2 crit rolls. All right. 2 into crippled, and he moves straight forward to. That is the Copernicus.
I'll go with my Osaka. He's the last guy left to go.
So I'm
crippled
cheating
now.
with these guys pretty badly. The Copernicus has he has a light gun on his tail, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check this for you. He has an etheric lance on his tail. That can still support the particle beamers, but instead of having a 10 pool, what would that have been? 6? No, it would still be 10. What the fuck? The etheric lance is basically the same gun. Alright, so I was playing them wrong, but the math actually works out the same. The support value on the particle beamer and the etheric lance is the same, so it's not that's weird. So yeah, you really are wasting a lot of points on the Antarctica.
Oh, we're getting too close to try and. But we are going to cross the T, but I'm in trouble.
You're crossed.
Yeah, I'm.
You're not crossing the
the
T.
bad.
You're crossed by me, and that doesn't really help.
No, let's take that back. We've done 1 turn, I think.
Is he drifted already?
Yeah, he drifted.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. I need to learn to pre-measure.
Trying to get into closing for them.
Yeah.
He was already at closing when I was shooting. You're still at closing.
But yeah, I know, but I can shoot my.
I'm gonna start packing this stuff
broadside.
up.
I'm confident I have at you, which I haven't even checked. Just a broadside. How many do I remove for shooting you?
For
this guy?
Copernicus, or for him, just 1. He doesn't have
1.
a shield.
Okay. And then everything else we have is going to go into that guy.
All right.
So a broadside, a regular old broadside at point blank is 6 dice, so that's going to be 5.
No, he's a closing, Jen.
Not that guy.
Oh, him. Yeah, you're right. And remember, it's fusillade, so you get to reroll your shields.
Yeah.
It is fusillade, right? I don't think there are any broadsides without it.
Yes.
All right.
But it's only 3 dice because he's crippled. I remember he got crippled. So 3 dice.
Reroll your shields. All right, reroll for the explode. That's a damage.
All right, we did a damage to him. And then now we're going to shoot our. We don't have chaos and disarray.
No.
So we can do whatever we want. We're just crippled while we do it. That is closing set 6 plus 3. We are going to give ourselves an additional 2. So that's 9, 10, 11 minus how much for shooting the Copernicus?
I'm almost certain he does not have a shield generator, so it'll just be 1. Now, if I had a Hypatia generator ship, it'd be a different story. Not only does that give him +1 to his shields, but I can put a shield generator on it to give him. So it would end up being -4. Yeah, he hasn't got no shields.
Okay, so just -1 takes it to 10. That was a really, 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 really bad roll.
Yep.
But he's doing his heavy gun battery, so I get to reroll these blanks. And it's still a really, really, really bad roll. Yeah, I don't think that's going to do it.
6, that's a damage.
Okay, 1 damage, which don't bother. It's not that impressive.
I'm just gonna put it on.
Let's see what the planes do. There's 3 of them.
Yeah.
First, see if you get them off.
So that's 9. Yeah, let's see what the Ulysses does against them. Is he crippled? I don't think so.
No, he is not. He has 3 damage on him.
2 damage.
Oh, you already gave him?
Yeah, I gave him the damage. Okay, nothing. So 9 dice. They do not have weight of fire. You need 4 for that. So 3 explodes. All right, so count them in 6s.
There's 6 right there. 6 right there, just 2 damage.
All right, so 2 crit and 2 damage. So you've crippled him. And then roll your 2 crits. And so he's nav locked and he's in an emergency now. Let's see here.
Planes were more impressive than all the guns we shot at him. No, he didn't get any guns shot at him. He had 1 dice shot at him.
No, he had a fucking like 1 die battery.
He basically, yeah, they were more impressive than the 1 dice we shot at him.
So let's see where we are. I don't know how often I miscounted my big planes shot. I think the first one was correct, but it might not have been. Do you remember if I was giving myself 2 or 3?
You just did the math in your head.
I thought I told you. I asked you how many, and then I doubled it. I thought. Or did I triple it? There was.
I don't know. You just said a number, and I wasn't doing the math to figure
I guess
that out.
You did need to question me on that because I'm not sure if I counted it right then. I think I did, though. I'm pretty confident that I counted that one right. It was the one against the Ninjing that I screwed up. It wasn't that much, strangely enough. I must have miscounted somewhere, or my refreshed math was still wrong. Because it should have been off by like 19, right? It was like 19 there, and it should have been off by 1 for each plane. So I don't know how screwed up it was. So don't blow the damage values too out of proportion. Again, I think SRS are like too fucking powerful. If you had some magnetic generators, which I thought you did somewhere, didn't you?
Yeah, I didn't bring them.
Oh, you don't have them on anything.
No.
See,
I went Shroud because Shroud is supposed to be better, but it doesn't do a thing against SRS.
Yes, it does. Oh no. Yeah, they don't treat you as being obscured.
Yeah, they don't care.
Pretty sure.
They don't. They ignore Shield and they ignore Shroud.
Yeah. So, well, that's what I think. I guess one of the problems we're running into is you don't have enough points for everything you want to do. If you could take 2 Wusong with some magnetic, you'd be in good shape.
Yeah, I probably just need to learn the army better. I don't like the 1500. My favorite is 2000. It was like that with Age of Sigmar too. But if you say this game is like
It's
balanced
supposed
around
to be
1500.
15, yeah.
No, I
But
just
I definitely
don't know
agree.
what I'm
It's one of
doing.
those point limits where you just can't do everything you want to do. You have to pick. Um, I know I was trying to turn you on to multiple battle fleets, but I'm starting to wonder if that's really the play. Here's another mortar.
It's only the play if I want more battleships, or I've got something I'm trying to do
Well,
with it.
it has to be the play if you're going to combine Japanese and Chinese, unless you're going to take the generic battle fleet, which I think is a possible option.
It is. You just get less. You actually have more options dividing the battle fleets. And
why more choices? You
more
mean?
choices with
You have a
two
lot of
battle
choices
fleets.
though. With
Yeah, you do, but you get less. You can only have 4 surface units.
well, how many do you have in this freaking shit? 4.
Yeah, 4. I wanted more, but I only had 4.
Well, but you would have been able to take some other units. Oh, but you know what? What do you? No, you've got a shit ton of subs. The Japanese subs.
Yeah.
So you could have took Japanese subs.
If I want to take more than 1 unit of subs, I'm pretty sure I have to do a Japanese battle fleet.
Well, and I'm starting to think you really need to take your Hachi, man. Because the other thing, as much as I was getting excited about how powerful some of this stuff was, this really was kind of your typical I have SRS and you don't have SRS game. That's how it always goes, right? Especially if you don't have proper SRS defenses, which you didn't have.
I didn't. Yeah, I had
you
no
didn't
SRS
have
defense.
enough escorts. I should have told you.
Well, you told me you wanted me to try this certain kind of list, so the whole point was to just try the closest
this was not
mortar.
built against that. It was to test out.
I didn't think it was.
Heavy
you were
particle
testing
cannon.
out that thing.
Heavy particle cannon and Ulysses. The next list I'm going to try out is going to be whales. So, like I say, we gotta see. I may not pick up Covenant, but right now it's I think it's anybody's game because I'm starting to be like, because had you had some Wusongs or something like that, or some good air defense, well, that's the thing, right? Essentially, using the heavy particle cannon, I lose 1 dice per plane, but I gain devastating, and you don't get to defend yourself.
Yeah,
that's a tough. I think it's better.
I think it's better.
I think it's better.
And because I don't get any flak, so it completely avoids flak taking your planes out.
You could have. So here's the thing: you can do the flak before I do that. Flak occurs when the flak ship activates.
I thought it was a end step.
No, that's for an intercept roll.
Okay.
You might be confusing 2 different rolls. Flak is when something has like flak 6 or something. Like the Wusongs, I think, have flak 3. That will go off when they activate. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, is you can still... it could just be the way I'm playing, but it's still not fast enough.
Barrage. At the start of the end phase, before SRS resolution, this unit may roll a number of actions. You avoid flak. You avoid flak.
You do avoid flak.
You do not avoid magnetic.
No, the magnetic can still get you.
Has to that is in the special ops phase is when magnetic generators happen. So
no, you're fine with magnetic, but you're right. Yeah. It does avoid flak. Another thing it avoids is if the ship has a magnetic generator.
Yeah.
The ability to turn heavy hits into hits won't work because it's not aerial.
Yeah.
No, I think it's very good.
I think they're better. I think the way you use them is very, very good.
Yeah.
And you had 2 targets to shoot at. Otherwise, if I only had 1 big target, it kind of would have been wasted. So then you would have had to diversify and say, well, I'm just going to kill everything with these SRS.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been wasted. I'd have stacked even more on if I could. and just got a colossal hit.
Yeah. No,
and then used SRS on the rest of the crap.
Let's say round 1, you managed to kill a flagship, and let's say I only had one flagship. Round 2, you don't have a flagship to shoot with that thing, so you could use the SRS for different stuff.
Or I could just... So remember, I had 3 heavy particle cannons.
Oh, you had 3 of them.
I had one on the Daedalus,
Mm-hmm.
which kicks ass, by the way. Fuck anybody that thinks the Daedalus isn't any good.
I haven't
Daedalus
heard
kicks
anyone
ass.
say that. I've just heard you tell me that the
people get
the one
excited
I used
about
is
the
bad.
Icarus for some reason. That's the one that's got like 4 battle-ready hull points.
The Icarus is the one I used, which I thought was low, but I remembered that these are supposed to be a glass cannon army. So I was like, well, that's your glass cannon.
Well, and that's
points.
the thing is most of the fun units are fucking garbage. And they look fun on paper, but in-game I think they're not good. Or they're not amazing. So like you saw that Ulysses. That Ulysses is a very nice cruiser. And the drawback is that it's got an etheric broadside on the rear, which I didn't... No, that's the Copernicus. The Ulysses has a real gun on the back. But I did learn my lesson. I don't get Union freaking Chesapeakes because I don't get devastating on them. So they still do a lot of hits, but they do not do Union level of hits. Then what else do we have? So, well, that was the one trick. The heavy particle cannon is the thing I wanted to test out here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good. I think it's disgusting. If you're going against Covenant, you have to have your Fortunes of War.
Yeah.
Because if you can stop that, you're still in trouble. You still got to deal with all that SRS, but you at least don't deal with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, I don't think Wales are as good. I think doing that with a heavy particle, it's just off the chain. I don't know. Once I understood what the hell I was looking at when I first read that ability, I thought it was stupid. And that was pure shit. And in fact, I only read it properly because I was going to talk shit about it on my video.
I remember I was in raid when you discovered that, and I remembered you saying that. I'm like, all right, Ryan's excited.
Well, because it's like I say, like one of the things I hate about SRS is you can't front load the damage. You just have to wait. And that we don't. Let's see. The other thing I love, those Mass 1 flyers.
Yes. I liked those Mass 1
flyers. I don't
flyers
like my Mass 1 flyers. I really, really like theirs. You're going to have a Daedalus anyway. So here's the thing about that Daedalus. You either take him for Fortunes of War for like 260 points, or you take this piece of shit called the Schneider, which is 500 points. And the Schneider fucking sucks. Which one are you going to fucking take? Obviously, you're taking the damn Daedalus, right? You have this Daedalus anyway. So then, the attack ships, if they're sitting next to a Daedalus, you're taking 3 dice off of every attack against them.
Yeah. That's
no joke, man. All right, so YouTube, you've heard me gush about Enlightened. That game was a little bit unfair to watch because I think I was cheating some of the time. Some of the time, I don't think it mattered. The Ulysses were played correctly the entire time. That is a ship I think is stellar. It is the cost of a normal cruiser. That is an appropriate cost for a cruiser. It has appropriate stats for a cruiser. But not only does it have appropriate stats for a cruiser, it has bonuses that most cruisers do not have. An SRS capacity of 1 is no joke. An extra 2 SRS in this game is actually not trash. Love them. Problem, your battle fleets cannot take multiples ever. I really don't like that. So it's almost like, and your flagships, I mean, there's no super cheap options. There's some stuff that isn't that expensive, but you're 500 points into your 1,500 point army in flagships at least, maybe even 600 points.
I hear a baby.
If you do that for 2, then you can double up on units, but that's the best you can do.
Arms. My baby named Paul.
I love the Mass 1 flyers. I can't say it enough. The turbo encabulation on radar is excellent. I think I would actually double up on those guys, maybe even minimum sized. The flying carrier has no shield, so it doesn't get as much help from the Daedalus, but it does even though it can't get the shield from the Daedalus, it can repair from the Daedalus. So I think that's enough. So the list I played, even though I just came up with it at the spur of the moment, I like it. It definitely needs some fine tuning, but the general concept, I think, is about how I would play that list. The next thing I want to test out is Wales. It's going to be 2 battle fleets that are going to include 2 whale ships. The thing I like about whales, like I was trying to explain earlier, but I think I kept getting lost on it, is they have utility even when they're approaching the enemy. And they come in better numbers, in my opinion, than the mass. And I'm pretty sure you can divide them. If I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong about that. But I'm pretty sure you can divide them, which makes them very, very much better than what we're otherwise dealing with. So, with the Union and the Alliance. Then you get Facetter Ambush. Pretty good. The whales also can hit Submerged. You could potentially take the Oedipus for Lamarckian Barracks. I've got to figure out the math on it and see if it's even worth taking. Because I think even with Devastating, two tokens aren't going to do shit. But like I say, thanks for joining us. I think the way things were going, the Empire would have just got tabled. I might... Nah, I'm not going to watch fucking 3 hours of footage or whatever this was. I was going to say, I might go back and try to figure out how bad I cheated on some of these rolls. I may not have crippled the Oni first round. And I don't know. I almost did even more damage to the Ninjing. I think I probably would have still crippled that, even if I did the math right. No telling, though. So, even with the cheats, though, the stuff was still good. It was still effective. It was still tough enough. I think that I kind of proved my point. Jen didn't really know how to play the battle fleet she was playing. What she was doing was she was trying to test a idea I had about corrosive mortars, and also test out getting to Osaka. So if you looked at the Japanese ships that she had, they are kind of like the heavier cruisers, or the cruisers with the real big back end that have some special ability. I made it so you could change that token out so they can be Okinawas or Yamaguchi or or whatever the heck the one is with the gun on the back. But Osakas are very cheap, and I think they're better than Jian. So I was wondering if we wanted to make our other 3 cruisers into Osaka. But I don't know. I think the jury's still out on that. I think this was not a good game to showcase them. And I think Jen and I are both tired after a long week. But I really, really wanted to try out these covenants. So we got a game going. I hope the jury's still out on the Osaka because I still think the Osaka have some potential. But we will see how it goes. Honestly, it may still just be more effective to spam rockets. And then you just need some type of answer for subs, which I think Chinese will really, 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 really have a hard time with if they're trying to spam rockets. They don't have torpedoes, so what the hell are they going to do about them? I don't know who has maritime patrol out there, but I think they'll suffer just like I kind of am suffering dealing with flyers right now. That's the other thing I like about the Ulysses is it treats flyers as being at their true range, which is insane to me. Like that just seems insanely good. But yeah, let me just stop this stream. I can probably go on talking to myself for the next 6 hours. So, bye everybody. Hope you learned something. Hope this was at least an interesting game to see, but it was pretty rough. Bye.